Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, this is a formation which seems to make pretty clear what their intentions are, Jim.
Well, Peter, when you have that many back, there's only really one tactic you can adopt, and it's the counter-attack. And while it's going to give you a very solid block defensively, it does leave you very little options attacking-wise, with effectively just one outlet.
Not too much possession football then?
Definitely not. They'll be trying to play with real efficiency.
Looking for a runner, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now that's well seen too. And it's Cruyff.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And they can counter here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well, that's well spotted. Cruyff.
Well Peter, we're about to watch a terrific defender in Carlos Puyol. He'll lead by example and continually organise. His appetite and attitude to the game is absolutely fabulous. There's an awful lot to enjoy about his play.
And there could be trouble here. It's out of play for a goal kick. Maldini. Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it out wide. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Long ball by the goalkeeper.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Vardiol.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Hullet. Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Nicely worked. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. And that is as far as they're going to go. Vardiol. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Hakimi. Nicely aimed pass. Looking to pull it! Early ball out from the back. Rodri. Played into space. Puyol cuts it out. Cantona, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And Hullet! And he's there to get it away. Looking for the run. He tries a shot! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Cantona chooses to go cross-field. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And the pass is intercepted. Messi chasing after it. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. He is just caressing the ball. He has found the way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now he's got space here. Cruyff receives it in a wide position, and it's Davids. Kaka.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Cantona! Now, who's going to be first to this? Davids. And here's Hullet. Spread out to the left. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Greece with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And the whistle goes for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
Al Hilal really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
And reclaimed it in a trice.
This is the time you need that pace.
Hakimi. Now it's Cantona. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Oh, good-looking ball. Hakimi. Bergomi. Mbappe. Could move up a gear here. That's good vision. Bergomi makes the interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Messi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's played it back. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now that looks a decent ball. Real chance! Goal! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Greece have fired themselves in front.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Czech gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Greece are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Has a shot! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Bergomi is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be... And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, smashing header! Played up towards the front line.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Greece finding their passes. And he was quick to react. Rodri. No, again there's no way through. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Looking to go deep. And that has been cleared.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Good ball over the top. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Ibrahimovic.
Well, yet another interception, and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Now it's Hullet. Rodri. That was good alertness. Al Hilal are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Thuram. It's Bellingham. The final 5 minutes. Bellingham in the hunt and looking threatening. Kaká receives it in a good position here.
Al Hilal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? And that will be it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
Please be reminded that...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Mbappe. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Cantona. Now it's Messi. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more withdrawn playmaking role, or even in defence. He could fill in and cover for any position as required, and he had the intelligence to be able to put it all together.
Yeah, he really does have it all. Al Hilal have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Chips it through. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Cantona.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. That has not gone well. Rodri. Looking for the run. Puyol proves too strong, too smart. Roberto Carlos. Spread it left. Guardiola. Now it's Cantona. Just eases him off the ball. Bellingham. Looking for options for movement. Bellingham picks it up out wide. He gets big! No, not the best of headers. Vieira is there, and he can pick it up. Maldini. Michael plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Lovely feet. It's a good-looking delivery. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And it's Messi. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Cantona. Kaka. Ibrahimovic. Mbappe. Look at the space here. Now it's crossed into the middle. Davids. Now Cruyff.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That's good vision. Cantona! Goal! Greece! And it's Greece who take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
time and again they are repelled. It's a pretty loose pass. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now that looks a decent ball. He's on it, can he get away? Takes a shot! Oh, crossbar! That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Knocks it into space. Pass is just off target. Davids.
There will be one
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Check punts it upfield. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Substitution.
Here we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, it's come off the upright. Goal! Al Hilal back on level terms. Ronaldo duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Well, it's an inspired substitution, terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Maicon, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Hakimi. And it's Messi. Looking to play him in. Backward it goes. He has a look up. And he shoots! Goal! Greece! And again they hit the front.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Greece get themselves into the lead. Oh, important interception. Ibrahimovic! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, they just couldn't have responded.
He's having a shot! Goal! Greece! Into the lead once more. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Al Hilal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Check claims comfortable.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Greece do have a chance to counter here. Oh, that's clever. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Couldn't squeeze it through. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And that was nowhere near his best. Now he's got space here. Puyol spots it and intercepts. Hakimi. And this is Hullet. Al Hilal needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And this is Messi. Turns and goes back. He's made it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Greece clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Messi has got himself a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substitution for Greece. Number 20, Johan Cruyff. Coming on to replace him is number 5, Ronaldinho.
Keeper's got good distance on that. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Messi is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. It's a good run down the right. Bergomi. Into the last 5 minutes. Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution for Greece. Number 6, Messi. Coming on the field is number 22.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
There's a no-nonsense tackle. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Cruyff. Gerrard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
And he cuts out the supply. Cantona looking to add to his goal. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution for Greece. Number 18, Cantona. Coming on to replace him.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And here's Hullet. Maldini is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And he was quick to react.
That was lovely, that.
Now this could be a chance. Shevchenko. That's that, the end. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a throw. Lahm knocks it into space. Cross flung in towards the middle. Vardiol attempts a clearance. Now it's Beckham, played in with purpose.
That was well seen too.
A header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Thuram cuts out the pass. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have had more of an impact on the world game than any other fullback before or since.
In what regard?
Well, with his pace, skills and his overlapping runs, he effectively revolutionised the role. He turned the fullback into a vital attacking weapon. It inspired so many players to be just like him.
Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. He's found a way past. Lahm looking to run onto it. They want to be quick. And one more try! He will be livid with himself. Vieira picks it up from the goal kick. And here's Ronaldinho. Can he get on the end of this? Pass somewhat off target. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Lahm goes on a charge down the left. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Ronaldinho. Greece trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Not the most accurate pass. Beckham cuts it out.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Collar gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Davids. Real chance! Goal! Greece! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Greece are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And it's Davids. Now it's Hullet. Messi, oh, well played. Nouri. Lahm. Lahm goes on a run down the left wing.
Vietnam truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Drogba. Maicon. Beckham is always scanning the pitch for targets, and he's onside. Oh, that's fabulous. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Looking tidy in possession here. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Hakimi to Messi. That's an imaginative pass. That's a shade optimistic. Thuram plays it all the way forward. Hullet. Koller. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are back underway.
Vietnam really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Beckham, aimed in towards the centre. Hakimi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Cruyff. And it's Hullet. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Beckham. Maicon conjures time and space where few can. He's got away. Maicon's cross. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Maicon with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Still chasing the game, trailing by one. What a throw in. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Now that looks a decent ball. Beckham. Beckham with the... He's got tall. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And he's managed to get free. Hullet. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Koller under intense pressure. Yeah, takes a shot! Off the post!
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side and they're set on using it.
Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho!